Hi, I'm Mirko and I'm an Italian. Actually, I'm not a YouTuber, I'm a streamer. But hey, today we are gonna do a YouTube video because why not? So today we're gonna react to kind of a receipt from all the world. We're just gonna research on YouTube, of course, and we're gonna see what the word cook actually. So I'm studying in an Italian school. I'm studying cooking, of course, because I have to study cooking somehow. I have to become a chef and destroy everything. Yes, and so we are gonna see some funny video and see if that's possible, if it's something normal. I don't think so, but we're gonna see. Non ce la posso fare, minchia. Okay, I already understood this video. How to cook the perfect Italian tomato sauce. MasterChef New Zealand. Let's see, okay.
C'è un posto dove studio per realizzare I miei progetti. Un
What
posto
the
online
fuck?
da vivere ovunque.
I'm going to make you the perfect Italian tomato sauce. It's one of the building blocks of Italian food, and if you're going to cook well, you've got to know what the building blocks are of any cuisine that you choose to do. So it's a really important thing. Tomato sauce really typifies Italian food. It's used in so many dishes, on pizzas, with pasta, in ragouts, you know, stews, all sorts of things.
Ragouts.
I'm sure you've all made a tomato sauce before. You all make tomato sauce?
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I used to think I knew how to make tomato sauce until one day I was standing with some friends and I'd cook the dinner. We're in Italy and they've got their Italian friends there, and I serve up the pasta with tomato sauce on it, and I noticed that the wife was going like this, and I thought, oh God,
like this?
What's wrong? There's something wrong with the food, you know. So I went racing over and I said, what's wrong, what's wrong? She said, nothing, no. I said, no, I saw you going like this and going, you know, what's wrong with this? She said, well, not enough oil, you haven't cooked it long enough. You know, it was one of those tomato sauces
onions.
that I thought
That's
I
a
knew
good
how to make.
start.
Until you look at the pasta and you get that watery residue at the bottom of the...
Bro, I don't want to hear
the most simple
word.
one of all, and
onions, we love onions. So Italian love onions.
Finally chop these.
That's not true, but we use it a lot.
I'm not going to get too hysterical about chopping onions. If I was in Italy watching this... What? See that end bit? Just chop it up. It's just really not going to matter. I'm going to cook these onions for at least 10 minutes in a lot of oil. So they're going to melt. The other thing I want is 4 cloves of garlic in here as well.
Garlic.
4 cloves of garlic. Peel them really quickly just by smacking them with the side of the knife. Like
we
that.
put garlic after with the sauce.
And that just
with the tomatoes.
makes them pop out of their skin.
But yeah.
Just chop these up. That's all going to go in together. Okay, the first stage of making a tomato sauce, the first stage of making a risotto, the first stage of making a ragu or a stew is this thing called the sofrito. Hugely important.
That's sofrito, yes.
Is the base of the
I didn't know if it had like a traduction in English, but I guess no.
Some olive oil.
Sofrito,
I want about a little bit, you know, not too much. Okay.
A little bit, just not too much.
Right,
that's a fucking bottle of oil, man.
At the amount of olive oil that Italians use in their food. So this is the sofrito, and we're going to get that nice and hot, and then I'm going to turn it right down, and I'm going to give it 10 to 15 minutes. Take your time over this. The longer you do this, the better the sauce is going to taste. Good. I'll put a little bit of salt in here at the moment, but not too much. Start to flavour it. A little bit of pepper. And this, as I say, this is the most basic sort of a sauce you can do.
A bit too much
also
pepper.
put things in here if you want to make it richer. You'd put a very finely diced carrot, a couple of sticks of celery, really thinly sliced, and the onion, the carrot, the
Carrots
celery.
in the sofrito are pretty good.
You've got what's called the odori, the aromatic things, the things that give a really nice flavour to it. But this is a really simple one. So, as I've said before, I think
sofrito
the thing I like about Italian
in,
food
I
is
guess,
they're genius for making simple things
Italian
taste
food.
like a lot more than what they are.
I think there are a lot of countries
Just
use
about there
sofrito,
with
but
this.
yeah.
Takes a very
Not
long
sure.
time to make an onion soft. You've eaten dishes where you fried the onion and it's still crunchy. I don't want any crunch in this onion. I want
No,
this
we
onion
don't.
to
We
be
don't like
melted.
crunchy onions.
Right, this is
No, in the sofrito.
almost ready for the next thing, which is the tomatoes. Now, don't be perturbed by the amount of oil in there, and don't think about cutting it down. We'll put that in there. So it's 2 cans of
You
crushed
should wait a bit
Italian
more.
tomatoes. Let it stir up. Bring it back to the boil.
Aren't those too many onions for
Plenty of this
only
in there as
this?
Got 2 sorts of tomato things going on here. Cans, which are real tomatoes sitting in juice, so they've got a nice tomato
Right,
flavour.
the tomatoes
This stuff,
haven't-
This is pureed tomatoes which have been dried
Tomatoes-
out
Oh,
so
God,
that
I
they
don't know
get
what to
thick
talk
and
anymore.
pasty.
Alright, the
In places
tomatoes
like Sicily,
don't have to
Calabria, you
be
can
too
see
sweet,
in
but
the summertime,
I think those are
big,
too
sort of
many
big
onions.
plates outside with this
Man,
tomato
what-
paste
what?
going in the sun. The other thing you'll find is passata, which is basically those same canned tomatoes
Oh, passata.
which have been
Yes,
whizzed through a
it's
passata
just
machine, which
like,
basically makes the core, the pips, and the
It's
skin
almost
stay
like
behind, and
tomato
everything else is
sauce.
pureed and
It's
comes out
not
the
a
other
big
end. Fiona?
deal, actually.
That was my question, whether you'd taken the seeds out of the crushed tomatoes or just
No.
left them in. Okay.
No, this is a rustic thing. They would never, ever take the seeds out of the tomatoes. If you're going to make a tomato sauce, it's got to scream tomato at you, you know? Or if you're going to make something delicate, it's got to scream, I'm so delicate at you. But whatever you're making has got to be really clear and robust and crank your taste buds up. You know? What do you want people to say about your food? That's nice. Or, wow, that's great.
You have to be
so
great.
I'm just going to stir all this
If
in.
you're
This is gonna now
cooking
simmer for
that,
about
it
20
have to be
minutes.
great.
This also doubles as a bit like a pizzaiola sauce. A pizzaiola is a man who makes pizzas. If I'm going to use it for pasta, and you see the size of the pot, you need a really big pot for pasta, filled right up. It's because the pasta's got to have lots of room to swim. You don't want it all jammed up, stuck together like that. And the other thing is, does anybody know what pasta water is supposed to taste like?
It needs to be as salty as the Mediterranean.
Salty as the Mediterranean, which is a very salty sea. So
That's
I'm going
true.
to put some salt into that water, okay?
That's
Stir
true.
it up.
It have to be a lot
And
salty.
have a little taste.
That's awfully true.
Not enough salt.
It's not enough salt.
I
You
know people
Go
freak
with
out
more.
when you do this. Don't
more
worry.
salt.
If you don't do that
Actually,
when you're
it's
cooking
not all
pasta,
this salt,
if
please.
you don't have that water properly seasoned, when you cook the
Bro,
pasta,
that's
it's going to
too
taste like you
salt.
made porridge without salt, or you're eating a boiled
Bro,
egg
you're
with
already
no
putting
salt.
salt in the
Completely
sauce,
lacking.
please.
All right, let's just see if this
Man.
tastes right.
Man, what? Oh man.
Almost there.
More!
You think about when you swallow a mouthful of salt water, like when you're swimming, it's really salty. So this makes the pasta taste good.
No,
put
no,
all the
that's
oil in the
gonna
water.
kill you. That's gonna kill you slowly.
Because what are you going to do with this water? Tip it down the sink.
That's the way to kill a person, not to do pasta. Okay.
With your olive oil. If you're worried about your pasta sticking together because you've got to keep it for a little while after you've cooked it, put the pasta into a bowl and put the olive oil on the pasta, toss it up, and that'll stop it sticking. And you get to eat the olive oil, which is really good. Olive oil is expensive, you know? It's one of those things that you treasure. So don't waste your olive oil by putting it in the water. If you're worried about the pasta sticking when you put it in the water, you've got to stand there and stir it until it comes back to the boil. Once it's boiling, it won't stick.
I
so
mean,
it's
it-
time to put some pasta
It
on.
never happened to me
Briskly
that the
boiling
pasta stick together in
pasta
the
water there. We
while
know it's salty
boiling.
enough.
Boiling.
And I've got some
Never
thin spaghetti here.
Barilla! Our
in there
beloved
and stir it.
spaghetti
Keep it
barilla.
boiling
Our
until it comes
beloved
back to the
pasta.
boil.
Wait, we're gonna get spaghetti. Wait. Let us get the barilla. Let me get the spaghetti. Actually, it's not barilla, it's barilla, pero it's okay. It's okay anyway. Who cares about that? Oh, you actually can see the spaghetti already. All right, you see? Spaghetti, our beloved. That's our beloved pasta. We have a lot. We have a lot of pasta. Pennette, rigatoni. We have everything. We have all... I never saw this one. But okay, you see? Our pasta, it's amazing. Look. I never saw this one. No, actually I did. Oh, This is amazing. This is amazing. Nom nom. Why is it black? Why is it black? Why is it black? It's not supposed to be black. It's supposed to be this color. Spaghetti. Oh, that's a bag. That's a penny bag. Farfalle. Butterflies. Those are butterflies. Gnocchetti sardi, okay, yes. Pasta. We love pasta. That's a strange pasta. Okay. We can go back to the video now.
How will I know when this is cooked? Anyone know? How do you tell when pasta is cooked?
You take it out and bite it.
You bite it, you taste it, yeah. It's got to be al dente, which means tender to the bite. A little bit of resistance. You don't want it completely mushy,
al
and you
dente.
don't want it raw, obviously. Italians will eat theirs just a little bit rawer than Kiwis like it, but you have to taste it to find out. You know that idea that some people think, you know it's cooked if you throw it at the fridge and it sticks? Don't do that. It's a lot of rubbish. The difference in the flavour of the pasta, if you salt the water properly, is quite extraordinary. Makes such a
Okay,
difference
man,
to
but this
the
was
whole
a
dish.
bit too
And it's
salt.
not pasta
You know
until it's got the sauce on it.
that
It's
it's gonna
mixed up.
kill you.
Then it's pasta. If you're having lunch with Italians or having a meal with Italians, they always put the pasta into a big bowl in the sauce, and it's always stirred up, often at the table, but it's always
true.
stirred up before you even, get it. Right, that's boiling.
That's not
simmering.
probably,
It's just about done. See the colour
The
of
best
this
way
sauce?
to
That's what it should
put
be
pasta
like.
with
You know,
the
you
sauce.
get those insipid,
But yeah, we are used
sort
to
of
it.
vaguely
'Cause we don't have
pale
time.
orange tomato sauces. Horrible, horrible things.
'Cause we are
Cook
terrible.
Like you mean it. Everything
That's
should
not
have
true.
very
We are
clear
amazing.
flavours.
We are
It should be
amazing.
thick and jammy. It should be like jam. It should be like chutney. Shouldn't be in any way watery. You don't want that at all. Otherwise, when you eat it, especially if it's on pasta, you're going to find that watery residue at the bottom of the plate, which you don't want that at all. It's got a little bit of oil floating on the top. That's fine. Not worried about that at all. I'm going to taste it though, because I want to season it, make sure it has enough salt. It's good. But it needs that magic ingredient.
No more. No. Bro. That can kill you. Bro, that's too salt.
It's good. Luckily, this is just about cooked.
Bro, not all the material.
So let's find out. You may not want to do it like this with bare hands, but the nerve endings went years ago.
You don't use your hat. Wow. Why?
You can just see a little tiny, tiny white core in there. And to me, by the time I've wrangled that out of the pot, into the colander, out of the colander, got the sauce sorted out, this is going to be it's going to be fine. Right, let's get this out of here.
Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
was serving this, I'd have two bowls. I'd have the bowl to mix it in and the bowl to serve it in. Just put a little bit in. And some sauce. So this pasta is ready to eat. Serve it up in a pasta bowl. Get yourself a microplane or a good grater. Put a little bit of Parmesan on it. It's
Parmigiano.
nice.
It's no Parmesano,
Just put some basil
Parmesan.
on that, though.
It's
Couldn't-
Parmigiano.
So just some
Parmigiano.
basil leaves and the heat of that. I can smell
Parmigiano.
the basil already.
Ooh, basilic.
To me,
Yes.
that's a meal. Glass of red wine. It's a great meal.
That's good. So, okay. I have one thing to say about this video. Actually, two. There was way too much salt. Bro, I don't know how can someone survive. Okay, we love salt. Like in a lot of our plate, there are a lot of salt. But that a bit too much, bro. And the second one is that the fact of putting the salt. No, what the fuck am I saying? What am I saying? Chat, stop me. Stop me. I'm saying bullshit. Stop me. Stop me. Okay. Alright, so the fact of putting the sauce with the pasta just like that, it's a bit wrong, because in Italian restaurant we just take a pan, put the sauce, I mean, if you already put the sauce there, just you just put pasta together and cook it some more minutes for make it like absorb the sauce, so that it have more flavor. But I guess that's a lot of Italian even do that, because you know, when you have no time, you just put everything together and be like, yeah, let's just eat, we don't care. But yeah, it wasn't totally wrong, so I have nothing to say about that. I actually already do say that. Okay, you know what? Don't listen to me. Do whatever you want. Destroy your house. If you do, like, oh. Hello, American people that are watching the video. I have to ask one thing to you. Don't put ketchup with pasta, because I think that you already know that Italian are gonna hunt you down and kill you. Thank you. Thank you for watching the video about... what? That's not gonna be a long video since it's ending, because I'm lazy, so... What did you expect from me, you motherfucker? Anyway, thank you for watching the video. If you're there, just take a cookie. I do not have a cookie here for you. Just go in your kitchen and do one. So bye. Oh no, you don't stop.